Welcome back to my channel, Dooney Addicts. Happy Sunday. It is Dooney Addict 615, and I am back with another edition of Feed Your Addiction. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so very much for joining the live stream or the replay. I do hope that you will stick around, watch a few more videos, and consider subscribing and turning on the bell alert. If you are watching this video during the premiere, please know that the chat is alive. Please feel free to engage with the tribe sisters in the chat. If you are a tribe sister who is here again and again, thank you so very much for your continued support. I guess I'm going to offer just a smidgen of an explanation for why I have been uploading premiere videos or on-demand videos and not being live. And that is, life has been lifing, and it is the best that I can do right now. And maybe at some point in the future, when I feel a little stronger, I will share with you what caused the change. But I promise you, I will get back to live stream videos. It could be at different times, different days, as I try to get into the routine, but I am not promising you anything anytime soon other than these on-demand videos. Life is happening, and this is as good as it gets right now, and I hope that you understand that without me telling you all my business. So that's where I will leave that. So I have a reveal for you tonight, and it is a Florentine reveal, and I did not find a video, and maybe there's been one since I purchased this bag, but I've not been watching a lot of videos, but I digress. I didn't find a lot of videos or any videos on this bag, and I was very curious because it's Florentine and it has some of the features of bags that I really enjoy. So I decided to pick it up. I actually picked it up in two colors, but I'm only going to share with you one color tonight because I pulled out some other bags that I want to share with you for comparison purposes, so that if you decide that you like this bag, but you're not sure how it would fit in your collection or how it compares to other bags that you may be more familiar with, I hope to share with you this evening some of those comparisons so that you can make a decision. So enough with the rambling. What is the bag? Let's just say the color is red because that is my go-to color, and I feel like it's been a minute since I purchased a red bag. So it was time, and it's Florentine. Have you ever known me to be able to say no to red Florentine? I didn't start with this purchase either. So, what is it? It is the Dooney and Bourke Florentine Tote. Let's dig this out. So, one of the reasons this bag caught my attention is because, you know, we have still been struggling to get new things from Dooney, especially those that purchase from the brand on a regular basis. It's hard to continue to make purchases unless you're buying the same thing over and over and over again, just in a different color. So when this bag appeared, it caught a lot of our attention because it was something new. Now part of that just came off of there. All right, that's the little sticky strip to close the bag. All right, so here is the bag, and I wanted to see if this bag was kind of, minus the outside pocket, if it was going to be Russell-like with a better shoulder drop and a zipper top. But as a first glance, this is not the best piece of leather. But we're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it because we're going to roll with it. But let's just take a look at the bag. It is definitely smaller than medium Russell, so I don't know that I really looked at the dimensions. Oh, no, I did. I did look for the dimensions, but at the time that I made the purchase, Dooney was still, and probably still is for some bags, overhauling the information section on their website that includes the bag dimensions. And I don't remember seeing the dimensions posted. Now, that could be an oversight on my part, but I remember distinctly having this conversation with a couple of my tribe sisters asking what they thought the bag dimensions were. And I thought that it was larger than the Wren tote, because Wren is a smaller tote. But I wasn't sure how much smaller and was hoping that it was significantly larger. So let me get some of the stuff off of here so we can take a look at the straps and all of that stuff. It's not cooperating with me. Okay, so when I purchased this bag, it was on sale. It has since gone on sale a couple of other times, but I think I got the best price that was available for the last couple of sales. Now, if you have not been on ILD, there is a site-wide extra 35% off sale, and I think the code is Save Big, Big Save. One of the two. It's in the tab on the top of their website. And there is also the tent sale that has launched on Dooney.com. Some of those are decent prices. Some of them are not. I would say if you're looking for like stocking stuffers, wallets, smaller bags, then these are probably pretty good prices. They may be the best that you see including Black Friday, but some of the others are just not good, and I would recommend that you hold off. Additionally, and I'm still trying to get plastic off of here. Additionally, a couple weeks ago, for those that are registered with Zulily, they had the Florentine East-West tote was on sale, and it was by far the best price that I had seen. So I placed a couple of orders, and then Dooney did a sale on its site and actually beat the Zulily price. So the Zulily bags have not arrived yet. If you've purchased from them before, you know that it is absolute chaos to get, some vendors to ship from them. So for Dooney, it showed that the bag would arrive in approximately 3 to 4 weeks. And I think I purchased those bags on October 3rd. And they are not here yet. I did get a shipment notice this morning that they should be here Wednesday of next week. So it's not just Dooney shipping slow to us. They ship slow even as a vendor to other websites, it appears. And then it looks like once Zulily gets it, they will actually ship it out to me a lot quicker than Dooney would have shipped it directly to me. All right, I'm done stalling. I finally got all of the tabs and plastic off of this bag. So here we go. So this is the tote. I'm not crazy about the fact that they shipped it flat. I am also not in love with this piece of leather, but I have stripped her. She has all of her plastic removed, so it will remain in my collection. All right, so from a shoulder drop standpoint, it's a little close from a elbow test standpoint, and you see how it does catch and it's sliding. I wonder if it will present the same problem once the leather relaxes a little bit and once, quite honestly, the bag is weighed down with all of my items. The bag does not have a front pocket, but it does have the Florentine logo patch on the front. It has feet under the bottom, But as you can see, because they shipped it flat, it's going to take a little bit for that to not crease in structure. Anyway, no back pocket, which is a little disappointing, but I did know that it did not have an outside back pocket when I purchased it. It does have the cream golden colored stitch coloring here, and you see again it's not standing up because they shipped it flat. It has a braided zipper pull here. It does have a top zipper, and the inside has no green suede, but it is a Florentine bag. I know that inflation has hit everything, but I am not happy with Dooney and these random choices to not include the green suede at the top of the Florentine bags. I think that's a huge miss. It's kind of a trademark, and I think they are letting it go. They do have a dust bag in here. Tons of silica. And from an organization standpoint, it has the SDS, standard Dooney setup. So 2 slip pockets on the front wall, and then on the back wall, it has a slip and zip nylon key keeper and the standard hardware, which does not match the bag. I believe this bag will fit my large Pelicus organizer, but I have not tried it. It could be small or too small for that. The leather on this side is it looks worse in person than it does on camera, but I'm not happy about all of the textures. So it's smooth in some areas, and then it's got random texture. Anyway, and it's not the brightest red. It feels more muted, even though it does say that the color is red. Let me just double check the tag. Yeah, it just says red. Tote. I was really hoping to be a bit more excited about this bag, but it's kind of basic. And the textures in the leather don't help add any oomph, likability to it for me. So that's where we are. So let's start by comparing it to a medium rustle. And this one is actually the retro rustle. I don't know that I have a true medium here, but here we go from a size comparison. This it needs some stuff in it so that it'll hold its shape. Oh, please. So we're gonna throw a couple of wallets, some Scotch Guard, just something to help hold the bag's shape. The straps on here are not like they are on the Leisure, which actually pass through the leather, but I like these better than the straps that I have to stand straight up, because once they collapse, then it's impossible to get them back up. So I prefer these straps over the stand-up ones, but neither one of these have a great shoulder drop. It's typical Russell, and This one is actually, it actually feels like this one might be a little bit shorter. Yeah. Okay, maybe I don't prefer these straps. I don't know that I like either one of them. This feels like it's gonna slide, and these rolled handles can be a pain in itself. All right, so here we go with the bags. So this is the Retro Russell. This is the Florentine Tote. Both have short shoulder drops, even though they have the same, they have short shoulder drops, even though they have different straps. They both have feet under the bottom. Russell seems to be a bit wider, and it is also taller or longer. So it's a little bigger. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting those even as much as possible. Yeah. So Russell is larger. Russell also has the back outside pocket. They both have top zipper, but with Russell, it has the extended zipper, so the flap can actually lay flat. So if you wanted to use this as an open tote, you wouldn't have to worry about your hands or anything getting scratched on the zipper, because that hardware will lay flat on the inside of the bag. It has the gold hardware and the luggage hang tag. The Florentine version doesn't have any of that. No outside pocket, no hang tag, and the zipper is just straight across the top. It does not lay flat, and it does not have a zipper extender. The other thing is they could have, if they had made this hardware here, or this detail a little bit wider, right, so that it could open just a little bit, it would have been a perfect place where you could have let the straps hang down flat and then just add like a web strap or a crossbody strap in order to use this bag in a different way, or to even just add a top strap for a difference in the carry. It's kind of plain. Even on the inside, without the suede, it doesn't have any interest. Let's carry on. Okay, so the next bag that I thought about is the infamous red tape tulip shopper, and both are Florentine. So let's compare these colors. I guess the red is the red. These also have straps that don't collapse, but the shoulder drop on these rolled handles are a little bit longer. This one does not get caught on my elbow, passing the elbow test the way that the one on the tote does. So the tulip shopper has a narrow, to me, a more narrow, not narrow, oh my goodness. It has a shorter profile, even shorter than this, the tote. It's just a little bit shorter. The butt of it is wider, but it also doesn't have an outside pocket. They both have the Florentine patch on the front, and in the interior, let's see here. This one does have the green suede. It's thin, but it does have the green suede collar at the front, and then it also has the standard Dooney set up. The straps on this one are, they're still rolled, but they are a smidgen longer. They are a smidgen longer than the Russell. They are. And in this case, I think I love this carry, the top handles, even though they don't need to lay flat. I think I like these better than these because this one again is a little bit short. So this one also is a little bit wider at the top. It's got the shape of a tulip, right? It just kind of blooms and expands out. I'm probably scratching it. So it's going to have less capacity than the tote because it's smaller at its base and larger or wider at the tallest point, which is the place, of course, where your stuff doesn't hang out. Everything sinks to the bottom. So this is the Dooney and Bourke Florentine Tulip Shopper in red, which is smaller than the Florentine Tote, and it also has a slightly longer shoulder drop. It also has that same little detailing on the side, and it's just a style element. But these you can see a little bit more light through, especially on this one. But I don't think that it's enough to be able to add a crossbody or a top handle strap. In addition, with these having the straps that need to stay upright, it's probably a bad idea on this one anyway. But I'm noticing this on at least now 2 Florentine bags. It didn't have it on the retro one. And I'd love if they gave us a little bit more functionality from a comparison standpoint. So here we are again with the 2 bags side by side. And this one is, I don't know, is it? Oh, I wish they hadn't shipped this flat. Okay. I'm not sure about this one. Maybe I need to carry it and see. It feels like it is only a little bit larger than Wren, because I think the Tulip Shopper is actually closer to Wren's size. So if anyone has the Tote and the Wren, let me know in the comments what you feel about the size of this one and the Tulip Shopper in comparison to Wren. Because I think this is only a smidgen larger. And even if it had the outside pocket to be a little bit more similar to Russell, it's still smaller than the medium Russell. So I don't know what it's going to take for Dooney to listen to that feedback and give us a secure closure, an outside pocket, the better shoulder drop length, and the size and style of the medium Russell. Because they're not listening. They're not listening. Okay, so the next is the bag that I lived in for 6 weeks. It is the Dooney and Bourke Patent Leisure Shopper, and this is the best silhouette travel bag. It's got the perfect shoulder drop. It holds everything. It has a secure zip closure. It has the extender so that if you want to use the bag as an open tote and let the flaps hang flat on the inside, you can use it as an open tote. It has feet under the bottom. It does not have an outside pocket, but it does have the Dooney and Bourke hardware, And this bag, this version of the bag, has been reached for many a times as the perfect travel bag. And if you have watched any of the Band Bag Islands videos, the best of videos, bags that every Dooney addict should have in their collection, bags to start a collection, best 10, top 10 of Dooney, whatever it is, the leisure shopper shows up. This patent leather was a little bit more structured when I got it, but after living in it for nearly 2 months, it has definitely softened. And from a size standpoint, I don't know if it's comparable to leisure. I might be able to make it. Now, of course, look at this. The shoulder drop, there's no comparison between the shoulder drop. The straps are similar, but they are attached differently to the bag. So the leisure shopper again goes through the leather, whereas the tote actually has the hardware on the outside of the bag that the straps are looped through. So a little bit different construction. Let's take a look at size, because now I am curious to see how the tote compares in size to the leisure shopper. So the leisure shopper definitely has a wider butt, and it is longer, and I would imagine that they are about the same height. Let's see here. Actually, the leisure shopper, let's see here. It needs something to hold it down too, so that, let's throw a few things in here so that it can stay weighted down as well. All right, so now let's see if they will both stand up. This is not easy, and it is not for the faint of heart. All right, so here we go. And it's steel. See why they... I want to break my own Florentine in. I don't want creases already in the bag. I want to be able to break it in like my patent leather. It feels like these are, I don't know, because it feels like the leisure might be a little bit more north-south, but because they are both now so soft and squishy, I can't get them to stand up good beside each other. So let me just try it this way. The leisure is about a quarter of an inch longer, taller, once I catch the top of the bag. So leisure is still from a size standpoint going to be a heftier carry. I'm not sure about this tote. Maybe it would work better as a work bag, like a laptop bag, or maybe as a travel personal item, you know, the one that you throw like your headphones, your cords, your iPad, your magazine or book in. It may work better for that, but it is just not it's not giving me take me and carry me as a handbag because I'm going to hold everything. It's not giving me what leisure gives me when I pull it out to travel. So I'm not sure. I was hoping this was going to be kind of love at first sight, but the leather isn't where I want it to be. And the size is not, it's not there. It's not there. So here we go with another Dooney tote. Why am I drawing a blank? This is the, it already has stuff in it. This is the monogram tote. I've had a temporary brain freeze there. And this monogram tote, I feel, is definitely giving leisure a run for its money because of the outside pocket. The shoulder drop is good, even though it's got the rolled handles. But again, this shoulder drop is going to be better than, and this is now weighted down because I've got stuff in it. So it's truly not passing the elbow test. Not clean. Gotta wiggle it a little. Okay, so outside pocket could be front or back, depending on where you want to place your hanging charm. You can move that around, make the front or the back plain, make the front or the back the zippered front. Pocket. I like my zipper pocket on the outside just because that's where I stick both of my phones. It also has no patches because, it has the hang tag, but it doesn't have like a logo patch, and it doesn't need it. It has the DB hang tag. It has the Dooney monogram print. So I think from a branding standpoint, Dooney covered all of the bases with this one, and I love it. Short shoulder drop, longer shoulder drop. Both have top zippers. This one is true top. This one is more tote top, can lay flat. Has the standard Dooney setup, slip and zip, and then the two slips, but it also has the lighter cotton twill or gingham. I think it's gingham. Yeah. Lining, where this one has the traditional red cotton twill. Both bags shipped flat, so getting them to hold their shape is just as difficult in the coated canvas as it is in the Florentine. They also both have feet that are reinforced by the leather tabs. From a size standpoint, let's see here. The monogram is definitely longer and taller. Is it taller? Let's see. Maybe they're the same height. I don't feel like they're the same height. Nope, they're not the same height. You can see that the monogram is definitely taller. This one is also lighter. It has more interest. This one is looking more and more plain by the moment. So this would be a good bag to score a charm from Charmed by Carmen, to add a little bit of interest and bling, because it's definitely not going to conflict or be in contrast with anything. So you could add a beautiful, beautiful charm and add some interest on this bag. You could also tie a twilly on the strap. It just needs something to give it some life, and I think a Charmed by Carmen would actually be perfect. And I think I actually have one. It's not. Is it close? Nope, because I put them away. I'll try to remember to insert a picture at the end with a charm from Carmen that will add some. It's plain. It's just plain. And, you know, professional, everyday, traditional, it will be great for that. But if you are accustomed to your handbag being kind of the center of attention, it's not giving any center of attention vibes, okay? You will have to add those vibes to it to give it some personality and to make her your own. Keep in mind that red Florentine, I've experienced this one. Last winter, it transferred onto a new ivory colored coat. So new bag, new coat, had not scotch guarded. I was able to send the coat to the cleaners and it came out, you know, fine. But I do want to just give you that warning that lighter colors I have experienced finally, because you all have had it before, color transfer. So I've had it with red Florentine, and then I've also had color transfer from new denim jeans onto bone pebbled leather. In both cases was able to get them clean, but I do want to point that out because it doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. So be on the lookout for that if you are carrying red or new denim, wearing light colors to make sure that they are in agreement, right? In harmony with each other as opposed to causing friction and rubbing off. The last, I've got two more bags. I guess maybe one more bag we'll compare. And that is the MCM tote, because I have a red MCM tote. I have a golden mango, and I also have this charcoal one, and I wonder if these from a size standpoint will be similar. So let's start with the shoulder drop. And shoulder drop from this one. The shoulder drops are both not great, right? They don't pass my elbow test. Keep in mind that elbow test is personal based on the length of the strap and the length of your personal limbs. So it could very well be too short for me, and it could be perfect for you if your arms are maybe a little shorter or a little less full. Okay, so red charcoal, outside pocket, no pocket, plain on the back, plain on the back, feet under the bottom, no, feet under the bottom, yes. Both have zipper pulls, while the one from MCM is much longer. It is leather, and the one from Dooney is a shorter braided one. Again, very top zipper for Dooney. For MCM, the zipper is a little recessed, and it has a flap, and it has a extender. So if you wanted to, again, unzip this bag all the way, tuck the zipper flap in, and use it as an open tote, the MCM has that option. The Dooney and Bourke one in this Florentine tote does not. There is branding, of course, with the Dooney patch on the front. For MCM, it is embossed, debossed, and it just becomes a clean neutral. So while there are monograms and logos all over the bag, it just kind of blends in so that they both read as kind of plain neutrals. The MCM does have a bit more studded hardware to add to it. It also has contrasting color with this light camel or kind of, it's not truly cognac, but it's kind of a camel color in contrast to the charcoal. The zipper pull is also in that same color. So there is a little bit more interest with this bag. And again, most people use, you know, the monograms as the front of the bag. I prefer carrying the bag with the pocket to the outside. I can fit one of my phones in the pocket comfortably and still snap it. From an interior standpoint, the MCM has a gray lining. It has a slip pocket on the back, and on the front pocket it has two slip pockets. So I'm sorry, a zip on the back, and then two leather collared slip pockets on the front of the bag if you're considering just the front. From a measurement dimension standpoint, do I want to carry this bag this week? I mean, it's fall. If you don't carry gray in the fall, when do you carry it? I need to dig out some accessories because I do have great accessories. I do have charcoal accessories. I may move into that. All right, so here are the bag's side profile. The MCM is a smidgen taller. And then from a length standpoint, it is MCM. Let's get it together. It is really hard to do this from. All right, let's do this. Okay, so MCM is longer, and then from a depth standpoint, they are, the MCM is a little bit wider because the bottom of it seems to kind of bevel out just a little bit, so the base is a little bit wider. Not by much, but it is giving maybe again about a 1/4 inch more in the depth of the bag. No feet under the bottom. This one could also use a little, you know, a little zhuzhen up. So a charm by Carmen charm would also work for this one, especially one that has silver hardware on it as opposed to the gold, because this bag does have silver hardware. The Dooney and Bourke ones, all of the other Dooney and Bourke ones have gold if they have hardware on them in any form. So I feel like I have other bags in my collection, including Dooney and Bourke and MCM, that you know what? Give me just a second. Let me grab a charm and see if it does anything for this bag. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've pulled out 3 Charmed by Carmen charms. This is the very first one that I got, which is in red and black, and it has the graduation tassels on it, and it has an angel there on the bottom. So this is the first one, and I love this one. So this can actually, it's got silver hardware on it, but I don't mind mixing my my metals. So let's see, I'll maybe just attach it on, and let's see here, swing to the back. All right, so that definitely adds a little bit more interest to the bag than it just being plain by itself. So that is one option. I like that. You can see my little angel there on the bottom. And then if I wanted to continue with the theme for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, to continue to show support to all of the breast cancer survivors and DJ King's channel, I have this one that is red, pink, and white, and it does have gold hardware. So this one would work as well to continue to show support for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So that one has love and hearts and crystals and keys and all of the other beautiful things that you think about. Because this was the February charm. This was the Valentine's Day charm. So that is another Charmed by Carmen edition. And then the third one, as I was going through my charm stash, if you have not been charmed, you should definitely reach out. This is another one, and I pulled it out because I thought that it would go great with the MCM, even though it already has some hardware, and that is this one. So this is the new year. This was the January 2022 charm, and you can see it's got the date or the year on here, and it has queen and all the great colors that actually pull. I love the way it pulls the charcoal gray. Yeah, I really like that with that. This one is gold, but it has enough coloring in it that when it reflects, it's pulling some of the silver as well, so it's not contrasting or competing with the hardware. That strap will not stay up for anything. So I like this with it as well. So I think if I go with either of these bags as my next carry, I can show support for breast cancer awareness. If I go with the red Florentine Tote and the Charm by Carmen February charm, and then the January 2022 on the MCM, that adds some interest to that as well. I wonder, I don't think that's going to slide through. I was just going to say, I wonder if it would fit through the tab, but I think it's stitched down, so I probably need to leave it where it is. So that's it. I am not super impressed with this bag, but the bag charm does add some interest. It gives it a little bit of something more because it needs something more. But now, I hope you stayed to the end, because the price of this bag is the reason that I took all the plastic off, because it was an amazing price, and I am not going to let this one or the other color out of my collection because they were amazing sale price. Plus, I think there was like a 4% Rakuten. So it's the holiday season. I'm sure you're already starting to order gifts or to think about things that you're going to order. And if you are purchasing online and you are not purchasing by using the Rakuten add-on in your search engine so that it collects the coupons and rebates for you, so that Rakuten once a quarter can send you a check or make a deposit into your PayPal account for all of the rebates that it has collected over the quarter, then I would strongly urge you to do so. Now, my last Rakuten check was like $60, like $58 or $59 and some change. The one before that was around $217. The one before that, which was the one I think coming out of last year's holiday season, it was like $540. So don't sleep on Rakuten. I will leave all the information down below. Register. I believe the promo that's going on right now is if you spend $40, you get $40 credited to your account. And then by using my referral link, since I'm telling you about it, I will also get $40 credited to my account. So don't miss out. And please, please, please use the referral link. It's a win-win. Win for you, win for me. Didn't cost you anything other than using the add-on and making the purchases that you were going to make anyway. All right. So in summary, great price on the bag, great Florentine. Wish that it had the green Florentine suede, green suede, not Florentine, green suede in the inside. It doesn't have an outside pocket, but I knew that when I got it. Wish that the shoulder drop was just a smidgen longer, because this is going to become a pain if you live in an area where you are having to wear any kind of outerwear for the next couple of months, because it's October. We're going into, fall weather into winter. So if you're in a puffer coat, a trench coat, a pea coat, it's just going to add even more bulk, which is going to continue to impede a smooth transition from hand to shoulder because of the elbow test. So it is not the perfect tote. I do believe that Dooney has better in its line and could have put a few more details in this bag that would have made it worth the splurge. But given the price and the fact that I can personalize it and make it my own, we're going to give it a try and see if it grows on me. And we'll see if, as the leather softens, if it gets a little bit easier to clear the elbow and transition to the shoulder. So that is all I have for you. Please let me know your thoughts on these bags. I also want to know down in the comments or in the chat, if you're watching and participating live, if you have purchased a charm from Charmed by Carmen, and what would you compare this bag to? Is it more Wren? It feels more Wren than Russell. But it's also kind of small when it comes to the land of totes. So keep the conversation going. Thank you so very much for watching. I do always appreciate your support. Again, life has been lifing. When it settles down a bit, when I am in a better place to go live, then I will come back and maybe share a little bit more about what has been going on with me. But until then, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction.